Hello everyone, welcome to edupediaworld.com. This is your video lecturer Vomika Soni, and in this video lecture I will discuss about osmosis, and I will explain one more experiment related to osmosis. I will tell that what is the significance of osmosis. Also, I will discuss about osmotic pressure and the duration of osmosis. Experiment number 3. Here the aim is to demonstrate the process of osmosis using cellophane paper. In this case, the requirements are Thistle funnels, stands, beaker, water, cellophane papers, sugar solution and thread. We have to take 2 thistle funnels and cover their open ends firmly with cellophane papers. You should tie these cellophane papers with thread. Then we have to set up 2 different apparatus. In the first setup, we have to fill the inverted thistle, as you can see in this image, with concentrated sugar solution. And then we have to immerse this thistle funnel containing concentrated sugar solution into the beaker containing water. Then what we have to do? We have to mark the level of sugar solution in the thistle funnel. As you can see in this image, this is the initial level and this is the beaker containing water and the thistle funnel with concentrated sugar solution. This is our setup 1. Then in the second setup, we have to fill the inverted thistle funnel with plain water and immerse it in a beaker containing sugar solution. In the previous setup, we have inserted the thistle funnel containing concentrated sugar solution into a beaker containing water. But in this case, in the second setup, we are filling the inverted thistle funnel with plain water and immersing it in a beaker containing sugar solution. Then mark the initial level of water in the thistle funnel. Now we have to keep setup 1 and setup 2 to stand for a few hours. Then after a few hours, we will observe that the level of sugar solution in thistle funnel rises in setup 1. See, you can see this final level, and initially it was at this level. The level of sugar solution has risen in setup 1. And the level of water in thistle funnel falls in setup 2. You can see that this was the initial level and this is now the final level in case of setup 2. Why this has happened? See, the explanation behind this observation is that in setup 1, water from the beaker passes through the cellophane paper into the thistle funnel. Okay, water from the beaker, it is passing through the cellophane paper into the thistle funnel, and this is resulting in the water level rise of the thistle funnel. This demonstrates the process of endosmosis. Endosmosis I had already explained in my previous video lecture. It refers to the inward movement, as endo itself means in. It is the inward movement of water through a semi-permeable membrane when the solution surrounding the cell is of lower concentration. And we have observed in setup A that the initial level was this and the final level rose to this. And this was the reason behind this observation that endosmosis occurred in this case. Explanation for the next setup is that water from the thistle funnel passes through the cellophane paper into the beaker, resulting in lowering the level of plain water in the thistle funnel. This process is known as exosmosis. And exosmosis is the outward movement of water through a semi-permeable membrane when the solution surrounding the cell is of higher concentration. So, this was the explanations behind the observation we got in this experiment. Now we will discuss about osmotic pressure. See, the minimum pressure required to stop the flow of pure water into a solution across a partially permeable membrane is called the osmotic pressure. In case of osmotic pressure, what we have is that the term osmotic pressure is more usefully employed as an index of certain properties of a solution rather than as a designation for an actual pressure which accompanies the process of osmosis. Okay. It is a rating of the maximum potential pressure which can be developed in the solution as a result of osmosis. Now, what will be the duration of osmosis? For how long will osmosis continue? Theoretically, osmosis should continue until the concentration of water molecule become equal on both the sides of the membrane. But in the experiments that we have seen before, the column of the sugar solution in the Thistell funnel keeps rising upwards with the influx of water from the beaker, and with it the weight of this column of the solution also increases. So such an increase in the weight of the rising column reduces further osmosis. Okay, and a stage will be reached when no osmosis occurs, even if the concentration of water molecule is not the same on the two sides of the membrane. In this state of equilibrium, the water molecules from the beaker tend to force upward through the membrane, but the weight or the pressure from the above, it holds them downwards. Now you must be understanding like what should be the duration of osmosis. Now there are some terms which are useful to describe osmosis. First we have isotonic solution. Isotonic solution is a solution with equal solute concentration outside and inside the cell. As you can see in this diagram, that when an animal cell is placed in isotonic solution, water entering the cell equals in the water leaving it. See, this is the isotonic solution. Then we have hypertonic solution. It is a solution with greater solute concentration. In the image, you can see when the animal cell is placed in hypertonic solution, the water entering the cell is less than the water leaving it. That is hypertonic solution. Then we have hypotonic solution. What is this? Hypotonic solution is a solution with a lower solute concentration. That is hypotonic solution. What happens in this case? In this case, water entering the cell exceeds the water leaving it. Okay. See, in case of isotonic solution, the size of the cell remains the same. But in case of hypertonic solution, the cell shrinks. And in case of hypotonic solution, the cell swells. Okay. These three terms should always be remembered. See, first of all, osmosis is a very important process as it helps in the absorption of water and minerals. It develops turgidity and so maintains the turgor pressure in cells. You will know better about turgidity and turgor pressure in my upcoming video lecture. It allows the movement of water from one cell to another, thereby ensuring flow of minerals also. And One very important significance of osmosis is that it regulates the opening and closing of stomata. As you can see in this figure, that when the stomata is open, what happens? The guard cells gain water and become turgid during the day. Okay, and when the stomata is closed, the guard cell lose water and become flaccid at night. So osmosis plays very important role in the regulation, the opening and closing of stomata. So this was all for today's video lecture. Keep watching videos of edupediaworld.com. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day ahead.